The second most important or major type of the rock is sedimentary rock. इसे उर्दू में तहदार चट्टानें भी कहा जाता है. ये लेयर्ड स्ट्रक्चर में बनती हैं और इनको स्ट्रेटिफाइड रॉक्स भी कहा जाता है. इन डिफरेंट लेयर्स में डिफरेंट कॉम्पोजिशन मौजूद होती है. सम आर अंडर द प्रोसेस ऑफ limestone, some are under the process of sandstone, so some are under the process of shale, clay, or like other mineral composition. So that's why different types of हमें तहदार चट्टानें नज़र आती हैं because of the type of agents also. Water is one of the most important agent. The glacier is one of the agent. Wind is one of the agent which creates landform over the surface of the earth, and coastal waves. Now in sedimentary rocks, the mineral particles in sedimentary rocks can be derived from the pre-existing rock of any of the three rock classes as well as from newly formed organic matter. So it means that not only it comprises of the other two types of rock, igneous and metamorphic, but it also contains the organic matter. These rocks are formed from layered accumulation of mineral particles derived mostly by weathering and erosion of pre-existing rock. So these rocks have stratification or layered structure. But before going to discuss the formation of the sedimentary rock, the weathering process is very important. It prepared the land for erosion, जिसे हम अम्ले उरियाकारी कहते हैं. यानी इससे जो सरफेस है वो erosion के लिए prepare होती है. So disintegration and decomposition of rock is called weathering, but the gravitational pull is very important here. The matter moves because of the gravity. Streams and river carries sediment to the lower land levels where sediment can accumulate. The most favorable site of the sediment accumulation are shallow sea floors bordering continents, but sediments also accumulate in inland valleys, lakes and marshes. Thick accumulation of sediment may become deeply buried under newer or younger sediments. Wind and glacier ice also transport sediment, but not necessarily to lower elevation or to places suitable for accumulation. Over long span of time, the sediments can undergo physical or chemical changes, becoming compacted, cemented, and harden to form sedimentary rocks. Now there are three major classes of the sediment. Number one is the clastic sediment, number two chemically precipitated sediment, and number three organic sediment. So in clastic sediment, the physical formation of the sedimentary rock is important here. The agents are very important. These rocks are made by the process of erosion, transportation and deposition of the material. And the agents are again the water, which is in the form of rivers, streams. Number two, the glacier, the ice when moved from higher land to the lower land. And the third most important agent is wind, and it moves from one place to another. The material moves with the help of the wind. Faster the wind, maximum the load carries. So we have the transportation of the material from one place to another with the help of this agent. And the coastal areas are under the process of the coastal waves. So those are also very important for the making of the sedimentary rocks. Now the clastic sediments are derived from materials of any and all of the rock groups, igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic, so have widened range of minerals. The range of particle size in a clastic sedimentary determines how easier and how far the particles are transported by water. The important varieties of clastic sedimentary rocks are distinguished by the size of their particle. They include sandstone, conglomerate, breccia, shale, and so on. So here you can see here size of the particle in conglomerates. So conglomerate is one of the very important sedimentary rock. It has rounded shape material. It gives us the picture of the rock that the particle move from the area, and this actually is a breccia. It has angular minerals within the composition of the rock, so it gives us the idea that it moves closer and deposit in a place. So these two are the very important sedimentary rocks. So यहाँ ये बताते हुए हमें इस चट्टान की या तहदार चट्टान की एज का भी पता चल जाता है कि ये कब बनी और कहाँ से ये आई है. कॉन्ग्लोमरेट में हमें ये पता चलता है कि ये बहुत दूर से वैली में डिपॉजिट हुई है क्योंकि इसमें राउंडेड शेप मटेरियल है, पेबल्स हैं जो कि राउंडेड शेप हैं. जबकि ब्रेशिया में हमें पता चलता है कि ये क्लोज एनवायरनमेंट में एरोड हुई है और वहीं डिपॉजिट हुई है because of the angular size of the material. Now this is the slide of the shale. The most abundant of all sedimentary rock is formed largely of clay mineral. The compaction of the mud to form mudstone and shale involves a considerable loss of volume as water is driven out of the clay. So these are formed in areas where we have the composition of the clay with different material. So once it was mudstone, but इससे जैसे पानी खारिज हो गया या evaporate हो गया तो ये फिर जो है वो shale की शक्ल में हमें नजर आती है. So it has different composition but is physically formed sedimentary rock. Now these are the few rocks which are made by the process of chemically precipitated sedimentary material. Under favorable condition, mineral compounds are deposited from the salt solution of the sea water and of salty inland lakes in desert climate. One of the most common sedimentary rocks formed by chemical precipitation is limestone, composed largely of calcium carbonate or CaCO3. A closely related rock also formed by chemical precipitation is dolomite, composed of calcium magnesium carbonate. They are carbonate rocks. So these two rocks are carbonate rocks and these are made by the process of chemical precipitation. The third most important type of the sedimentary rock is hydrocarbon compounds in sedimentary rocks, and those are called the organic sedimentary rocks. Hydrocarbon compounds as carbon, hydrogen and oxygen forms a most important type of organic sedimentary rocks. These substances occur both as solid, liquids and gases, as coal, petroleum and natural gas. Only coal qualifies physically as a rock. It accumulates in a bog environment where the continual presence of water inhibits the decay of plant remains. At various times and places in the geological past, plant remains accumulated on a large scale, accompanied by sinking of the area and burial of the compacted organic matter under thick layers of inorganic clastic sedimentations. So coal is the end result of this process. Now hydrocarbon compounds in sedimentary rocks are important because they provide an energy resources, or these are called the fossil fuels, and on which the modern human civilization depends. So these provides the generation of the manufacturing of the human environment.